Hello, what's up, you guys? Today I'm gonna be giving another story, or at least telling you another story. And yeah, this story is about a time, probably a year ago or so. I was with some friends, and yeah, lived in Vietnam at that moment, right? And there I am. I'm walking around with my friends, and we got some great ideas because we were supposed to. We were like playing around with fire. Not the smartest idea to do, right? But it's like fire inspires me. Like it's just something attracting. I'm like a moth for fire. So I see fire, right? And I'm like immediately engaged with it. So like this was one day before it happened. So here I am. Me and my friends, we like made a little fire and we're like, "Oh, tomorrow let's do something." Because like it was quite late. It was like 11:10, and it was like some holiday or something, right? And we were making fire out at some other lake, not West Lake, just some random lake in the area. And there we are. We're being smart, right? So there we are. We get this great idea tomorrow in the morning. Let's put Dio in the fire. And yeah, we pretty much chose to like get some Dio. We had two bottles. So me and my friends, we are like, hey, that's pretty good. So we like see these like videos on the internet of like just random people throwing like canisters of Dio into a fire and it exploding, and that seemed like a pretty cool thing. So the night before, we just start throwing lighters in fire just for that like soft explosion, and we're like, now just imagine a Dio. So there we are. We're like, yeah, tomorrow morning, first thing we do, we eat and we go to the lake. Cause my friend, he like lives at a lake. So yeah, there we are in the morning, all fresh, ready for the day. And then we have our bottles of Dio. First of all, we found out that one of the bottles was empty. So one of these kids, right, ended up going to his house and with his bike to get one bottle of Dio. So yeah, there was also some like roadkill on the street, which one of them just started poking on and ended up cooking him, gave him a little crematorium. But there, after that, the friend with the Dio came, and we created a fire because it was really dry at that moment. So there we are, and yeah, one of my friends decides, hey, it's time to throw it, and unexpectedly he throws it in, right, and it doesn't explode for like a minute or so. So I'm pretty smart, so I end up like going very far away because first of all, I don't want my eardrums to pop or anything like that, and second of all, I just don't want to be around a giant explosion of fire, and yeah, this didn't seem safe. So while the first one's going off, I'm in a distance and I see one of my friends jumping over the fire as if it's just a game. So he's jumping over the fire. Exactly when he jumps over, it explodes, missing him slightly. But he was about to be like neutered for free. So yeah, that was like already like that should have been a warning, right? But no, we didn't take it. Pretty much what we ended up doing after that, I was like, guys, it's not a great idea because the first flame also just like engulfed the kid and it like didn't hurt. It was real short, but still, seeing a flame like that from the distance is actually pretty scary. Nothing went on fire then because the canister just probably ended up in the lake. But then, the second one, I'm like, this is a bad idea. I'd go at least 100 meters away, 200 meters maybe even, because I don't want to be around. I don't want to be associated with these kids. But, I was the oldest one there, so I should have probably stopped it. So there I am, I'm in the distance, and they're pretty close. This one was absolute shit. It blew up and hit one kid in the face, and it ricocheted against his face, and then ended up somewhere in the field. But that one giant flame bursted, and like these little splinters of metal flew around everywhere. luckily none of the kids got hurt except one who got the canister, not any of the splinters, against his face. And remember, it was boiling hot, so it just scorched half of his face pretty much, and then it flew into the bushes. And yeah, some of that flaming splinters, they hit the ground, and immediately there was a fire. Like, it was pretty big for something that small, but the sound, people on the other side of the lake opened up their door just to see what happened, because it's honestly sounds like a gunshot going off. So they look around, and I'm from a distance. I didn't know what happened at that moment. All I hear is a kid shouting and running towards the fence, and he pretty much gets over it, right? But from there on, it's not that great. So I'm there. There's this random Vietnamese guy, right? He's pretty kind. He had like a water hose. He's tried explaining what just happened, and I'm in the distance. I hear crying in the background, and I'm like, yeah, I was like helping this Vietnamese guy put out the fire because I don't want to like risk a fire at a lake. So pretty much there we are, and yeah, we were like, oh god, what happened? So I walk into the house after the fire's put out, right? And there I see it, the entire face scorched up completely, and just a lot of crying. And it's understandable because that must hurt a lot to be hit like that. So then I'm like, can I touch it? The worst thing you can do is touch like a burn wound, but you could smell the deo from the wound, so it was pretty bad. So yeah, this kid got rushed to the hospital by his parents and was supposed to be like brought with an ambulance, but that didn't happen. So then me and this other kid were like, we're not doing that again. We're never doing that again. And the parents were pretty chill, but we were like, we're never doing that again. So me and this kid just check out if the fire's still going. I go down to the floor of the lake, and it's still going on under all the rubble. So I just get some water, I get the hose again, and I start just spraying it. And then we make this very smart choice. We started venturing for that can because we actually wanted to know what happened. And to my surprise, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. We found the can just there, and the entire top was blown off. And like, it was impressive that this kid like didn't have any like what is it called, like blood coming from him, because it was like shattered. And then pretty much after that, we went to visit the kid and see if he was okay, and luckily he wasn't too bad off. It was a real bad burn though. He had to walk around in school with patches all over, but luckily that healed, and now he's happy again. So anyway, that was pretty stupid. So yeah, I have many of these type of stories, and I would be willing to share them. Just leave a like, comment what I could improve on, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace out.